Hey everybody, featuring Jeff Goldblum, featuring me, Tyler Armstrong.
And I'm back.
He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Back with a vengeance.
Yep. I had a 9-day meditation. Went really well.
A silent retreat.
Yeah, silent
Take
retreat
down
for
those
myself.
newspaper ads, get rid of that milk carton.
Yep.
Austin Armstrong's back in the house.
I'm a new man. Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah.
And Austin Armstrong, that's me. Yep.
That's you.
I was Austin last week.
You were.
Yeah, I introduced myself as Austin
Yeah.
Armstrong.
And then your new host, Dave.
Not host, just guest.
Well, sub-host. He's like a substitute teacher.
We called him a guest that week, but we were telling you host on the side to try and, light a fire under you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah,
And this is Janine Armstrong.
Welcome back,
so,
Janine.
Tyler,
Thank
you're the
you.
only one who hasn't missed an episode because I think we can't do it unless you're here.
I'm pretty crucial to this whole operation here, but yes, I am officially the only host who has not missed an episode. Perfect attendance record. I get an award, right? Is that how that works?
I think we should put an episode without you and record it on our phones.
Actually,
It'll just sound terrible.
Since I've been a host, I haven't missed an episode.
That's
you did.
true.
You went to a movie.
Oh, that's right. You did miss one.
But I was on research assignment for the episode.
That's still missing an episode.
no.
I think I'm the only one with a perfectly clean attendance
you have
record.
missed an episode because remember that week we didn't put out an episode?
Well, that week we all missed an episode.
But that includes you.
True.
shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You missed
1,
an
2, and
episode.
2.
No one had to know that, though. I
Well-
guess if they're at Gary knows.
It
Called me
wasn't
out. I
a.
called
Gary
you out.
knows.
Yeah, Gary knows.
There's no way to get away from that
It was
one.
a holiday weekend, though. That
It was a
Monday
very
a
busy.
holiday, I believe. Yeah.
I was gonna give myself the.
But you don't deserve it.
Now you have
Nope.
to do a corrections corner.
Oh, I had a correction.
I was wrong. We all missed an episode. I've made it the most episodes so far. The only one who's only missed one episode.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else missed at least 2, but I
putting us
ding
down.
dong darn missed it.
You ding dong darn did.
Sorry, guys.
We
That's
forgive
on
you.
me.
We'll forgive you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, we should pick this back up and get onto a happy note, right?
Let's get my shit out of the way real quick.
Yeah.
Austin has a segment. You want a little music for your segment?
It was an old segment we used to do all the time, but
All right, then I
it's
have the
back. It's
perfect
short
thing
and sweet.
for it.
Short and sweet. Like you.
yeah, short and sweet.
Austin, what's the segment
My
called?
mommy dunked me in sugar when I was a baby. It's called Urban Dictionary Word of the Day.
Urban Dictionary Word of the Day, everybody. Here we go.
You never know where it's going to go. I always pick some pretty interesting ones. This one takes me back and touches my heart a little bit, though.
Okay, I'm nervous.
I am too.
I am 3.
Okay, so our word is Charizarding.
Like the Pokemon?
Charizard.
Do you guys want to take some guesses as to what it might be?
It's lighting something on fire.
That's
Okay.
a pretty good guess.
Okay.
Ooh, Charizarding. Let me think about what Charizard.
Remember, it's Urban Dictionary.
I'm
Okay,
afraid
or-
it has something to do with pooping or shitting.
I'm afraid it has to do with
like
like
fiery poop or farts.
Fiery poop or farts, okay.
arson or transforming into something.
Okay. So, transforming arson
Yeah.
Yeah, transformative arsonry.
and flammable poop.
Yeah, or just like,
Hot shits.
real hot shits.
Okay. The definition is Charizarding is when you light someone's pubes on fire, put it out with your jizz, then flap your arms and say, "You don't have enough badges to train me."
We were close.
Wow, we
close.
were way close.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit of arson.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of, it's the wrong side. I got the wrong side.
You got the wrong side.
But it is
Excrement of some sort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excrements.
Yeah. So that's the word of the day.
Wow, that was awful.
That was terrible, I know.
Does the word excrement apply to jizz?
I thought
excrement, I think, is only,
Poop.
is it?
septic style stuff.
Septic stuff.
I mean, depending on your diet, either side could be septic.
Ew.
Yeah. Ugh.
Just saying.
Yeah, that's gross.
I think we're
I'm
getting
dating
a
a
lot
doctor.
of. I think art.
You're dating a doctor?
Well, she's a vet tech. It's like the same thing.
Oh yeah.
In an apocalypse, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'll let her do
She can
surgery
do
on me in
stitches,
an
yeah.
emergency
I
situation.
mean, I was pretty impressed with how she would fix our teeth on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, but could she actually do it?
Oh, yeah.
I think she could.
She's not
Okay.
squeamish at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about.
Oh, we'd
the
all
squeamish.
die from infection, but she'd do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, she had a whole plan for
She did.
disinfecting.
Yeah.
And you won't catch me anywhere on an island forever without some sort of
I
alcohol.
thought you had another segment.
I do. Yeah, I have one more piece.
You want to double up? You
yeah,
want
I
the same
wanna double
song?
down. No, I would like a different one.
Do you have something in mind?
I have no idea what any of the songs are at the moment, so I'm going to leave it up to the DJ.
Okay, and your segment?
My segment is the National Day of the Day.
This is a good one.
National Day of the Day.
Okay, so today it's always going to be a Monday because we're not going to be able to go through the entire week.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be Monday. Or I guess it's Wednesday is when they're going to listen.
Yeah, but Monday is our recording day.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so
let's-
let's
That's
talk about
fine.
Monday. Okay.
It'll be...
Or, you can talk about Wednesday and I could edit.
So Monday, August 23rd is today. First one, there's three. Three national. I don't know if this is like all American or around the globe.
It's got to be global, right?
If it
gotta
says
be.
national, it's American. If it's international,
that's
then
true.
it's global.
That's true.
It just says today's celebrations on what I have.
Let's just
So
celebrate.
the first one,
Let's
which
just
I
celebrate.
don't
Yeah.
understand really, I'm hoping we can open it up a little bit. National Ride the Wind Day.
National Ride the Wind Day. Let's unpack that. Is
Like
it a travel day?
flying,
Flying?
travel.
But I'm gonna look it up.
Or is it like air sports? What's that sport they do where you're on a surfboard but you're also flying?
Paragliding?
Sure.
No. Parasurfing.
sounds right.
No.
Para. Human kiting?
Yeah, it's like it has a sail and there's a surfboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
it was a movie. Or it's the ride the wind meaning means to live without direction or without any specific goals.
I'm doing
so an
that
entire
perfectly.
generation is pretty much doing
Oh,
that.
there's an Urban Dictionary for ride the wind.
Oh, perfect.
It's to live without direction or without any specific goals.
Yeah, so it's a millennial holiday.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. I celebrate that every day.
Yeah, perfect.
Second one on our list today, National Sponge Cake Day.
Ooh, sponge cake.
Yeah,
Great
you-
with
are you a fan?
strawberries.
Oh, strawberries.
And
I like
whipped
that.
cream.
Yeah, honey too. I like honey on it.
Honey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also almonds.
Also
only
like
with honey though.
Also like a hamburger patty.
Ooh. Really?
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Sweet and savory.
honey, what is it?
Sponge cake.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, sponge cake is good. Third one, Cubano Sandwich Day.
Yeah, delicious.
I don't eat meat, so I'm kind of out of the loop
Well,
on that one, but
I'm
it's
sure
good.
they have vegan options.
It's good. They'll have a fake
Well,
meat
that's
option
kind of,
now,
you know,
probably.
I
but
got those in Miami and
Oh, well, I'm
so
sure it's
good.
a whole nother
Oh,
world.
But
they're
they
so
wouldn't
good.
do it vegan
No,
there.
they wouldn't.
No, are you kidding? They'd probably smack you and be like, leave now.
Like, what is vegan?
And I mean, not to say it's not good. I mean, I ate pork ribs. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I had a business meeting. They didn't know I was vegetarian. I went to their dinner party. They made some like amazing rosemary rubbed like pork ribs, like beautiful, succulent pork ribs. And I let them know like when they brought it out, like, oh, I mean, and I ended up having one because I felt so bad. And they're like, oh no. And they're trying to like make me other things. I'm like, I'll have one. And then for like 3 days.
Do you have music for going to hell? Because that's what's going to happen to you now that you ate meat.
Yeah.
No.
Set it
no.
up.
Corrections corner again.
Yeah.
All I have for going to hell.
Well, I mean, you eat meat though when you travel, so like a little bit. You'll taste
Yeah,
some
I
things
try not to, but occasionally. But it always ends the same way with a little bit of toiletness. This is the only going to hell music I have too.
Perfect. Okay, got it. It's the same music as
To
the
me,
National Day.
Oh
yeah.
my god! My friend showed me a picture yesterday of when she was—I forget where she was. She was traveling though. She got this soup. She didn't know what it was, and it was monkey hand soup, which I guess is like a thing where she was. And she was like eating the soup, and there's just this little hand, like a full hand.
Wow.
And she was like, "I didn't eat the hand," and I was like, "Oh, it's probably like the delicacies." Like,
Yeah.
it's like a little drumstick. But I was like, "Could you imagine eating soup and there's like this little baby hand looking?"
I mean,
No, I really
she must be in South America somewhere.
yeah,
I
that's what
really
was
don't
thinking.
want to like food shame anybody and like cultural food shame anybody.
But those people are bad. Don't eat monkeys.
What if there's a surplus of monkeys where they are?
Yeah.
There isn't though.
Are you sure?
They have that problem in Peru too, but it's all poachers because they sell monkey brain and all that stuff as a delicacy. But those monkeys are going extinct.
Aw.
Don't eat monkeys, guys.
Well, I still don't want to food shame like about bugs and stuff. Like people
Bugs
eat
are fine.
bugs. People eat
Bugs
bugs.
What if you only eat monkey
Eat bugs.
once?
If you ate monkey once, maybe it depends on where you got
I mean,
it.
you're still going to hell for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
But there's layers in hell. There's like 7 of them, right?
Yes.
It'll still be on the top layer or 2.
Yeah. Top
yeah,
tier.
we're living
hell.
in the third
That's where
one.
Jimmy
Yeah.
is. He'll be fine. Yeah.
It'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Oh, also, a new event in my life that should be pretty amusing for everyone.
Let's hear it.
I'm terrified.
It's gonna be hard for people on the podcast to experience it. So I'm gonna probably have to start like a YouTube separate YouTube for it.
God, what's going on?
So there's this guy. They do Wednesdays at Shanty Shack. They do salsa night.
Oh, this guy.
And there's this like probably 65-year-old man, tall, fairly fit, but he always every single salsa night and like random bands. He'll show up to a lot of them, and he is like the funniest dancer I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I sat there and watched him for an hour.
He's the greatest dancer.
People are salsa dancing around him, and he's just like doing his own thing, kicking his legs out, swinging his arms. I'll show you a video.
That's the guy.
So I decided that instead of just videotaping him and being like the Prodigy's back, because like everyone who was watching was just like, "What is going on?" This guy's we thought he was on drugs. The first
Have you
night.
got the prodigyisback.com yet?
No, I should though. But I've decided that instead of just videotaping him, I'm going to challenge him to a dance off every time I see him.
Yes.
Yeah, and then have somebody videotape it.
That's amazing. I think that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
And then he and I are
It'll
probably
really
going to become
improve
friends.
Your life. It'll
You
really
have to
improve your
become
life.
friends or lifelong enemies.
Or I like the enemy thing more, I think. So if we see each other somewhere and there's music, we can be like, in the glare, the music
Nice.
stops.
Yeah, it's
We
very
walk
West
towards
Side
each
Story.
other with the spotlight.
Yeah, it's very West Side Story.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
Step Up too.
So I'll keep you
Same
I'll keep you guys posted on how it goes. All right, what are we getting into? It's actually serious.
Well, let's get through some quick news segments, right?
Okay.
We know OnlyFans announced.
Well, I do have some news too, so I'd like that.
We did find out.
Sorry.
OnlyFans officially announced that they're going to stop having sexually explicit content on their site as of October 1st, claiming that it was the fault of, I want to say, the credit card companies, MasterCard specifically, saying that they want a family-friendly OnlyFans, which I believe OnlyFans makes like all of their money through sexually explicit content,
Yeah,
almost
this is
like
bullshit.
like
This
an
is
insane
just
majority
bullshit.
of the other than like some cute grandmas teaching you how to make specialty food items from around the world. It's like
This is-
otherwise
Ooh, I'm interested in that.
you're watching your neighbor strip and actually make like real money. I mean, we're talking 75,000, 100,000 a year. Like people
Yeah.
are like making incomes off of this.
Yeah, and it's reasonable, you know?
So I figured,
So basically, MasterCard is slut shaming.
Yes, exactly.
yeah, so we're hoping to work with Bitcoin, calling you out Bitcoin. We're hoping to work with Bitcoin. I'm buying a site called onlyrealfans.com. You can only pay with Bitcoin, but we're going to redo it as a sexually explicit only site
Yeah.
to fund people in need,
So the cost will continuously go up and down.
Yeah.
which is fine. You know, they cash out whenever they feel like it. That's fine. But in reality, onlyrealfans.com, we're going to put 10% goes to a different charity every month. We're going to start with dogs.
Dog charity.
Just because, you know, you really can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So we're going to start donating to animal shelters for the first month. Onlyrealfans.com. We're opening October 1st, everybody. Look us up. If I can't get onlyrealfans.com, then please find us on onlyrealfans.solutions. There's a big battle right now.
What about
Things-
onlyjeffgoldblum.com?
or maybe we'll turn featuring jeffgoldblum.com into OnlyFans site
Yeah.
for the month of
Oh,
October
that would definitely get us.
to support.
No, that would
And it would
definitely
be-
get us to a meeting with Jeff.
Yeah. What kind of meeting?
You know, usually in a court, but yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to announce, I don't think this long con's going to work.
You don't think,
Wow, a non-believer host.
I'm a non-believer host.
right? It's just like Mulder and Scully.
Yeah.
And then you're like always that third character that, you know, just
Yeah.
kind of is there. It's like the
Yeah.
hot park ranger guy
or
that's
Agent
definitely
Doggett.
going to die.
Agent Doggett, the other.
Doggett.
Yeah. Or Skinner. You could be Skinner,
From
their boss from the X-Files.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm Scully. You're Mulder. You're Skinner.
I'll be the smoking man.
No, he's so evil.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, fine.
He's memorable.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's a memorable guy.
But yeah, so we could have a featuring.
So wait, are they? Quick question on what you were talking about. Are they creating an OnlyFans that is
No.
They're
They're just
completely washing.
They're
it.
just kicking
Yeah.
everybody off the site that does anything
So
sexually
they're
explicit.
wiping it down all the way to PG-13.
You know how Facebook only lets QAnon posts now? Or like stuff about how vaccines aren't real? That's what OnlyFans is doing to their site. Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg.
Instagram's doing that
dumbass.
now too. They're like, this is false information. It got taken down.
Which is great if it's actually false. It would just,
I'd say
you know.
80% of the information you see on there
It's an
not
algorithm
true.
game,
Yeah.
and the algorithms aren't exactly good,
It makes
you know?
me so upset. It like really disadvantages women. It really disadvantages sex workers. It's really fucked up.
And I mean, I must say, I made about $11 on OnlyFans.
Oh, I still have one. I'm waiting to cash out.
I don't have one, but I support it.
We're all that's featuring Jeff Goldblum. Promise. We support you, and starting October 1st, hell or high water, we will be a Bitcoin site for 1 month officially hosting OnlyFans.
Only Jeff Goldblum.
I am figuring out how to do it as we speak.
Only JeffGoldblumFans.com.
Only Jeff Goldblum.
And speaking of credit cards, guys, I have some credit card news. So you guys know about like FICO scores, right?
Yes.
Or you know of them.
Yeah.
Or the scoring system for credit cards. When did you think FICO scores became like a thing in the world?
FICO.
85.
I would say 91.
Ooh, you guys are pretty damn close.
Yeah.
1989.
Oh, I
pretty
should have
close.
guessed.
1989. The crazy thing about this is the way now someone
Somebody was
determines.
closer.
You were closer.
This is how somebody determines like what your value is basically.
Yeah.
Like if you can buy a house or not, if you can buy a car or not, if you're worthy to lend to in general. And it only started in 1989. It's only
Yeah.
about 30 years old, the system.
It's my age.
Before that system existed, people would just, and this is insane because just I'll unpack it for you in a second, but people would just have a conversation with you, take a look at you, and they would decide personally whether or not you're worth loaning to. So guess who got left out?
Everybody.
Everybody except for white guys.
Yeah, white guys, yeah.
Yeah. And that was exactly how everything went until 1989. And guess what? It still ain't a perfect system.
No.
And guess what? When you set up a system only 30 years ago to determine whether or not they're able to be lent to, you're still pretty much leaving out.
Yeah, I know some very successful people who will not get a credit
Everybody.
card.
Yeah.
Will not. I mean, it's a good thing to have given that system, but still, it sucks.
Yeah, I
And then
thought.
you go to try, like, say you want to buy a car, you're like, I have cash. You're like, where'd you get this cash?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're automatically a drug dealer
Yeah.
in their mind.
Yeah, or something. Or on OnlyFans.
Is there anything you still have to go sit down and have it, like, like a health insurance policy? They have to, like,
You don't sit and...
you don't sit
No,
there?
No.
no, Obama changed that.
Okay, because I remember they used to be like, let's see how risky you are of a person.
Yeah, no, that's like health insurance, but no, that's life insurance.
Life insurance policy. Okay.
Yeah.
And life insurance still, if you're a white male and you've only had at least 2 heart attacks, you can still get pretty good life insurance.
Yeah.
But if you're anybody else, the likelihood of you getting shot and or left in a gutter to die somewhere is too high. Sorry.
Or just being a woman.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So FICO score is not the only score, by the way. They also look at the Vantage score, the Plus score, the Trans Risk score, the Equifax score, and the Civil Credit score. Do you want me to tell you what each of them are?
No.
not really.
It's making me sad.
One of them's only in India.
Okay.
What?
I don't know why, but they use it in India specifically.
Huh. Well, there's a lot of people in India.
I'll hear about that one. Let's hear about that one.
And they say the main thing that determines your credit score is whether or not you're white. That's actually
what it says.
payment history, total amount owed, credit history length, credit utilization, and diverse credit portfolio. Mainly things in the last 30 years that only a affluent white family or the descendants of would have in the first place. Other than a few. Do you start with a 0 credit score, Austin?
No.
Do you know what you start with?
You start with 600? 550?
300 to 850. 300 being the lowest, 850 being the highest.
Most people, like, I remember when people were getting credit cards in their first one, like, oh, my score is 515 or 625 or whatever.
Do you know what your score is now?
Me? Not at the moment. I don't check it, like, frequently. I check it, like, monthly.
It's 200. I just checked.
Oh.
You checked Austin's?
That's really good.
No.
The internet's a
you
beautiful
didn't.
place.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
200.
Anyway, I just thought it was
Yours
very,
is -1.
very interesting that a system that's only 30 years old can decide now for an entire, all these future generations, what's coming up next. And before that, it was just literally, you would walk in and ask. And I know there's been tons of people trying to sell their house in Alabama who hired their white neighbor to go pretend to be them so that they could get a better
For
offer
real?
on their house.
No
Yep.
way.
And they got 200,000 more offered for their house because a white guy went and did it instead of a black woman to sign up for it. And this is the credit
God.
score thing is just It's just putting a number to a systematic racism system,
Yeah.
which is insanity to me because I figured, I don't know. I mean, I'm amazed that you guys knew it was that young because I figured like it must have come out in at least the 70s or something, right? Like they must have like thought like during this like civil
when did credit cards
civil
come to be,
unrest
though?
movement.
Credit cards haven't been around that long.
They've been around since at least 70 something,
But
right?
having credit has been around for a while.
Yeah, that's an ancient system. Well,
Which
I
is-
say ancient,
Yeah,
but I mean like
ancient.
It's like,
1900s.
it was like you own a house and you have a vehicle and
Like credit
you have a
used to be
job.
different though, you know? Credit
Yeah.
used to be like, all right, so I have all this gold that I panned in the river and I want to rent this house for 3 months, so I'm going to put a certain amount of gold down and then you're going to
100
assume I'm going to
credits.
continue to pull gold out of this river.
But that would be debit.
No. What I mean
Oh,
is you're
I
going to
see. Get
assume
more-
that I'm going to continue
Oh, yeah.
to gain
That'd be
this level
credit.
of gold, so I'm going to let you have this house for this span of time in assumption that I will be paid back that sum
I mean,
eventually
yeah.
with typically some interest.
In prison too, same thing. They trade credits.
Yeah, cigarettes.
No, and like people put money in your account, they'd call them credits, and you can like
You know way too much
transfer
about
it
this.
around. Like if you want to get laid one night, 55 credits, cool.
Oh, my God.
So, on that note,
Yeah, what's next?
Yeah.
on that note, I had some mystery news.
Mystery news?
Some mystery news. So, I know that's the theme to the X-Files, but you know the show Unsolved Mysteries? Mm-hmm. Did you know that they did solve
That's probably going to be
about
a problem.
260 mysteries?
Really?
Yeah, so the show Unsolved Mysteries, which started in 1987,
Yeah.
now has a Netflix reboot that's out now. They would say in the show specifically that if you have any information about this or that thing or seen this person or whatever, like call in, whatever. Since the show has started, they have actually solved over 260 different cases
Since the original show?
since 1987.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So viewers were able to call in if they saw an episode and they knew something about the case, and based on the leads, there's 1,300 total mysteries profiled over 230 episodes, and 260 of those cases were actually solved.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
No, a lot of those aren't old mysteries, right? They're not all super old.
Yeah.
Not all of them are super old.
Yeah.
More than
Some of
100
them
families were reunited with lost ones.
Oh, wow.
7 people who were wrongly convicted of crimes were released from prison.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to just run through for you.
I mean, a lot of those old ones, though. I mean, imagine.
Like a Victorian ghost
yeah,
one.
imagine. Yeah. Like it was like one stand-up comedian's like, you know, the investigator walks in and the cop's like, there's a pile of blood over there. He's like, oh, that's gross. Clean it up. Now outline this guy in chalk. Back to my hunch.
Well, they did actually find the Victorian ghost, though, and she was reunited with her family.
Yeah.
No.
A ghost family.
Nice. Good job, Unsolved Mysteries.
So I was just going to give you a few highlight cases that
Okay.
were solved. Craig Williamson. This will work. Craig Williamson, season 6, episode 23. He went missing on a business trip to the Colorado Springs. His wife knew he must be still alive, but must be suffering from amnesia. Sure enough, Williamson himself sees a rerun in a hotel room of Unsolved Mysteries about his disappearance, recognizes
No
himself.
way.
He cannot remember who he was or what his name was or anything about himself, but he sees himself on TV after he'd been beaten by 2 men and couldn't remember much of anything, not even who his wife was, and they were reunited, later to be divorced, but still remain friends, because once he found her again, he remembered a lot of why he went on that Colorado trip in the first place.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Bonnie Haim, season 8, episode 8. Bonnie Haim, Florida mother, of course, disappeared days after Christmas in 1992. Police believed her to be dead, suspecting her husband, Michael Haim. Bonnie's parents claimed that she left to get away from Michael on purpose, and they were convinced that Michael had found and killed her. You want the good news?
Yeah.
There isn't any. They found a piece of skull of Bonnie on Michael Haim's property. He claimed it was the parents. He is still in prison to this day, trading credits.
Well, that was a good one.
Yeah.
They also saved anthrax. Multiple postal workers become mysteriously ill in 2001. Doctors discovered the horror that they were suffering from was anthrax poisoning. Later, a guy in Florida died of the same cause. It's always Florida.
Oh my god.
As more anthrax letters were discovered around the country, the nation was left wondering who sent them and why.
Yeah.
In 2008, scientist Bruce Ivins was hospitalized after a prescription drug overdose. He helped investigate the anthrax poisonings, was actually a suspect himself. Turns out that Dr. Ivins was the anthrax killer all along.
Wait, he was investigating himself?
No way.
The person who was delivering letters with anthrax in it to poison people.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Wow. Yeah, you guys want more? You good on this?
Give me one more.
None of them are that great. All right, I'll give you Matthew Chase. 22-year-old Matthew Chase left to deposit his paycheck one night and never returned. His roommates grew worried he disappeared and called the bank, where they found out that Matthew had made multiple transactions the night he left. Hidden camera footage from the bank showed Matthew at the ATM with a strange figure standing behind him. Police thought he was abducted. 3 months after he's vanished, shows up on the show, Matthew's remains were found in a ravine in Pasadena, California. He died from a gunshot wound, and Matthew's family suspects David Bear Meza is the one responsible. I don't understand. That's still unsolved.
Yeah.
We don't know if David did it.
That's how they ended it?
That's how they ended
They
it.
suspect this guy did it.
That was a bad one.
No, it was a
Do you
really
want
bad one.
some, like, other news?
Joyce McClain. No, just kidding.
I have some, like, cute, cuddly news.
The good news was that 260 were actually solved. People were reunited. The Victorian ghost lady was reunited. They found Bigfoot. He didn't want to be found. They erased the episode and kept his privacy.
What?
Yeah, this is all unsolved now. It was unsolved, then solved, and re-unsolved.
Bigfoot?
Yeah, because Bigfoot wanted to be left alone with his lover, Bruce.
Bruce and Bigfoot together
Bruce.
forever.
Yeah.
Bruce and Bigfoot.
Okay, you want to hear some cute news?
Cute news.
Cute news.
Some
Everybody, it's time for cute news.
animal facts.
It's time for animal facts.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, I have something that's animal related too. This is good.
Oh, good. Okay, so everybody loves sea otters because they're cute.
Oh, I know this.
Are those
fact.
the hairy weasels from the sea?
hairy weasels? They like grab clams, crack them open, eat them. They look so cute. The babies like play on their.
They have
stomach.
sharp teeth.
Yeah, all those things are true.
Yeah.
Also, what I discovered that I didn't know is that they have loose skin under each forearm that they use like a pocket. Do you know they have pockets built into their bodies?
What?
What? I didn't
They
know
have
that.
Jacket pockets built into their bodies.
And they say, what are these pockets full of? Well, it's not sunshine. When swimming, the pockets are used to carry as much food as possible back to the surface. Think a buffet. Otters also use their pockets to stash rocks. Rocks are used to crack open clams, crabs, and other shellfish on their tummies. Tummies are the preferred lingo among sea otters. They also may
Sea
use
otters
rocks.
use the word tummy.
Yeah.
They're like, it's not our stomach. It's our
They
tummy."
also may use the rocks to hammer abalone shells as quickly as just 45 times in 15 seconds. So that's a lot of
They'd be great
hammering.
drummers.
Crap,
Wow.
yeah.
Death metal band.
And then many otters have a favorite rock and they store it in their pocket, carrying it everywhere they go.
This rock works.
Yeah. And yeah, so they have little pockets in their arms.
Armpit pockets.
Yeah. It's really cute. And then I have another.
My otter fact was very X-rated, and I'm not gonna say it.
They're rapists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are ducks.
Yeah.
All animals.
Dogs or ducks?
You got more?
I have more.
Do you say dogs are rapists?
Ducks.
Oh, ducks.
You know, cuttlefish,
So rad.
so cool. They remember the details of their last meal. And they have one of the largest brains among invertebrates and can remember what, where, and when specific things happen right up to their final days of life, according to new research. The cephalopods, which have 3 hearts, 8 arms, blue and green blood, regenerating limbs, and the ability to camouflage and exert self-control, only live for roughly 2 years. As they get older, they show signs of declining muscle function and appetite, but it appears that no matter their age, they can remember what they ate, where and when, and they use this guide for future feeding decisions. And
They probably have way less fights with their significant other too. It's like, what do you want to eat tonight? It's
Yeah.
like, you remember in like 1993 when we went to that really nice spot? That was the best dinner we've ever had.
Yeah, that
In
rock formation
contrast-
about a mile away was real good, but
In contrast to humans who gradually lose their ability to remember experiences that occurred at a particular time and place with age, for instance, when you ate for lunch last Wednesday, this episodic memory and its deterioration is linked to the hippocampus, a seahorse-shaped organ in the part of the brain near our ears. Cuttlefish, meanwhile, do not have a hippocampus, but a vertical lobe associated with learning and memory.
So the hippocampus is literally harming our ability of keeping those long-term things.
If we didn't
in.
have forgetting, we'd be in a lot of emotional pain all the time.
Well, that's definitely true.
Yeah, because we're all traumatized.
I really don't want to
But
remember what I had for
I
lunch
have
last
more-
Wednesday.
Off the top of my head, I have more facts about cuttlefish. Did you know that when cuttlefish during mating season, a male cuttlefish will sometimes camouflage itself as a female cuttlefish to get in with the group of female cuttlefish? Because if it's like a tiny male cuttlefish, it can pretend to be a woman, and the female cuttlefish will usually go for the big, strong cuttlefish. But if there's already there as a female cuttlefish, and then they're like, surprise, I'm a boy, then the female will be like, oh, okay, you're here already, so I'll just
That's how I
mate
got
with you.
Natalie.
nice.
Yeah.
I guess there could be something else that could happen by doing
That's
that.
been my game for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, just pretending to be a girl.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. But yeah, so cuttlefish are super rad. And that's my
Cuttlefish are
story.
super rad.
Yeah.
Cuttlefish facts of the day.
Well, on that note, guys, you want to take a quick cuttlefish break?
Yeah, let's go cuddle some fish.
Let's cuddle some
Let's go cuddle. We'll be back soon, guys. In the meantime, listen to these. That's probably just one ad, right?
Yeah.
We just got the one.
Listen to these ad.
Listen to these ad. We'll be back. All right, welcome back, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. I didn't
You said
know,
everybody, so I thought I was involved.
You're part of everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought we'd play a little game.
Yay.
A little game that I like to call, sadly, Not the Onion. So here's how this
Intriguing.
game is going to work.
Okay, intriguing.
It's called Sadly Not the Onion. I'm going to read you a slew of different headlines from different news articles, some of which are fake from the Onion, some of which are real and sadly not from the Onion.
Okay.
You're going to have to tell me if it's true or false.
Should we get a point system going here?
Oh, are we playing against each other?
Obviously, it's a game.
Oh,
okay.
you want to play against each other? Even
Yeah.
better. Okay. So I guess we'll do like 2 or 3 at a time. What do you want to
No,
do?
let's do one at a time.
One at a time.
Yeah.
You want to do one at a time. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Here we go. You guys ready to start?
Yeah, I've got the point system ready.
Okay. Don't cheat.
I won't.
Okay. Number 1.
Here.
Is it real or is it the Onion? First one. Biden responds to Haitian aid request, saying help is on the way, and then deports a Haitian doctor to Haiti to help them.
Oh, God.
Is it real or is it the Onion?
It's real.
Janine says real. Austin?
I'm going to say it's real as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's fake.
It's fake.
Man, boy.
Is it the onion? Or is
That
it
one's the Onion.
That was the onion.
That was
I was going to
fake.
say it sounds silly, but that seems like something one of our presidents would do.
Thank God that is the Onion. So
Yeah.
neither of you get a point on
Hard
that
fail.
one.
Hard fail.
That's okay. I'm not upset.
It's good to fail in this case. Yeah. Number 2.
Okay.
A self-learning Netflix algorithm meant to produce new shows and new concepts produces Jeffrey Dahmer stand-up.
Oh, the onion.
I'm gonna say sadly not the onion.
Okay, in this case, Janine. That is the Onion.
Oh, I should have known because
That one was fake.
no one would actually do that. I was just hoping for that.
Okay.
Just hoping for some Jeffrey Dahmer.
I really think it would be entertaining.
Oh, God.
I mean, yeah, you get a lot of.
He's so overrated. I hated how people were like, but he was hot. He wasn't hot. Fuck that guy.
Let's not get into that. It's just murder stand-up sounds funny.
Yeah, it could be funny. He's like, when you leave your knife at the scene of a crime.
Right. Have you heard about this?
I'm just over it. I'm glad it was the onion.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Real or the Onion? The ship that blocked the Suez Canal and halted trade worldwide is ready to try again.
Real.
Is ready to try again to block or ready to try again?
to make it through the Suez Canal.
I'm going to say, got blocked. I doubt they'd let it. So I'm going to say it's,
The ship that blocked the Suez Canal is ready to try again.
I think that's the Onion.
I said it was real?
You said it's real.
Yeah.
It is real, Jimmy.
Real.
Oh my gosh, I'm down 2.
2-0.
How many questions are there? Hopefully a lot.
50. We'll be doing this for the next 2
Yeah,
hours.
this is the next 3 episodes.
3 episodes
Yeah.
of this.
Simone Biles drops in on a gymnastic meetup in Harlem. To all the fans,
In Harlem.
sure.
Okay, I'll say it's fake just for fun, even though I want it to be real.
Well then, you can say
Okay,
it. You don't have
it's
to go
real.
with me.
I mean, go with your heart.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Real.
Real. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's real.
That one's fake.
Fuck.
Sorry, guys.
I said fake at first.
I
Tied you
know.
out of it. Yeah.
I know.
Fuck you guys.
I'm
All right.
reading the answers. I'm like, no, go fake.
Portland cancels 3 weeks of city council sessions because they have nothing to discuss. No issues.
No, they have tons of issues.
Portland has no issues. This is the exact headline. Portland has no issues to discuss with city council.
Oh,
Fake.
fake. It's gotta
Please be fake. Please be fake.
That one is real.
Shut up.
Gosh.
The Proud Boys event
they're-
happened in Portland.
They're canceling.
That was yesterday.
They're
or something.
canceling 3 weeks of meetings because they have nothing to discuss.
That's insane.
All their issues, like, you guys think we could solve this? Like, nah.
Oh my fucking god.
So crazy. Oh boy. Okay.
Please.
You guys think we'll be fine for 3 weeks? Because I'd love a vacation.
Yeah, god.
Show and tell scars class when student brings in ashes of relative who died from COVID.
Ooh.
Ooh, yikes.
Real.
COVID's so new. In school. I'm going to say Onion.
Okay, Ost, you got that one. That one's fake. That one's the Onion. Thank God.
I'm on the board, baby!
All right, we got 1 to go. So it's, I think, 3-1.
This is for a tie for me and her win for
Oh,
sure.
okay, so it's 2-1.
Was it 2-1?
2-1, yep.
Okay, the final one. TikTok doctor explains why human feet keep washing up on beaches.
Oh god. Please be fake. Human feet keep washing.
TikTok doctor.
TikTok doctor. This is the headline. TikTok doctor explains why human feet keep washing up on beaches.
Okay, I'm gonna say real because it's absurd.
I'm going to say... Sounds like it could be real. Say it again.
TikTok doctor explains why human feet keep washing up on beaches.
The TikTok doctor part just really throwing me off.
But there's doctors on TikTok.
There are.
Yeah,
I'm going to say, just so I can get the win, I'm going to say it's not real.
I'm saying it's real just because it's so absurd.
That one's real.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah, and the backstory on that one specifically.
I had a feeling it was going to be, but I just wanted that tie.
Yeah.
Well, the reason people are worried is because sneakers with human feet were washing up on beaches. This TikTok doctor informed us that it makes sense it's just the feet washing up because of how sneakers are fit these days, and that animals usually eat other parts of the body, so that
Yeah.
decays the slowest and comes up, not to explain why there's severed human feet showing up on beaches.
I mean, an animal probably would like go up to a shoe and be like, "Oh God, no."
People are more concerned about why there's, body parts in the ocean at all.
People-
But this doctor,
You know, I won,
Let us
but I
breathe a
don't even
fresh
feel
air.
good about it. Like, it doesn't even feel good. This is
best part
absurd.
about this
I'm
game.
really good at fake news.
Yeah.
No, so you're up. You have the 1 point.
No, I have 3 points.
No, I know you have 1 point for our tournament.
Yeah.
This will happen again.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
Anybody have cash? Anybody have cash on them?
this was sadly
For
not the
what?
Onion.
No, you put $1 or $5 or $20 on the fridge, and you write your names on it, and then you do tallies, and you play to like 5 or 10 games, and after 10 games, then you get the cash.
Oh,
We'll try again next week.
yeah.
Ost, you down 1-1. 1-1.
I'm just at 0 and she's at 1. I wouldn't say I'm down 1.
Yeah.
Well, I'm down by 1. You're correct.
You down by 1.
Yeah. Damn. I thought I'd be good at that game.
It's a hard game. I mean, I was looking them up. I'm like, this is insane. This is insane.
I guess it's hard for me because it's like, that sounds like something I would make up. And I'm like, oh no, it's real.
I have a good headline that's real.
Okay, we'll take a good one after all that. Let's cleanse our palate.
Okay. A company making paper out of discarded wheat straw is saving both forests and farmers in Washington state.
Go on.
That's it. It's a company making tree-free paper out of discarded wheat straw that is saving both forests and farmers in Washington state. Columbia Pulp purchases discarded wheat straw that was left lying in farmers' fields after they finished their harvest. Then, they in turn would be waste into pulp to make paper products, no trees required, reducing the carbon footprint of paper manufacturing and introducing a new income stream for the wheat producers.
Rad. Go little Miss Tuffet.
Wow.
Yeah. So, something good.
That is good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Less
I had a little
waste.
news too.
Yeah, a little news.
I don't have the article in front of me, but I'm going to give you it's like layman's terms, but Austin's terms about it.
Give us the Austin's terms.
Yeah, the Austin's
Okay.
terms. Okay, so scuba divers for a long time have been worried about sea snakes because they've been known to attack people.
Yeah, like the movie Anaconda.
They decided to look into
That's
it.
different.
That's a river snake. You're right.
yeah.
No, you're thinking of Lake Placid. You're thinking of Lake Placid.
That's
No,
an alligator.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, sea snakes, certain type, I forget what it's called. Pretty big snake though, not great looking, venomous, would attack people. And so they decided let's unpack it a little bit. Apparently, it usually happens during their mating season. So it's usually a male snake going up to the scuba diver, just checking out to see if it's a female snake. And then the scuba divers freak out. So they're like, oh, fuck you. And they bite them. But the headline was, scientists discover horny male snakes are attacking divers. I was like,
That was on Vice, right?
yeah. I was
okay.
like, what the hell? This
That's
is
a
awesome.
great headline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just a horny snake. He's like, you're not a snake. And he gets pissed off and he bites you.
I think I actually saved that one.
Horny male snakes attack divers.
I'm pretty sure it's
That's
different
funny.
terminology, but still. It was, oh my God, it's so good. It was something funny, though, like that.
Well, you ready for
It
us?
says sea snakes attacking humans are probably just horny, scientists say.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Pretty good stuff.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. Are we ready for our special segment of the night?
Yeah. I'm
Tonight,
curious.
we're going to do an expose on our favorite sailor.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Oh, this is my next tattoo. I really hope what you're going to do is good. It might change my mind.
Because I eat me spinach, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Another tattoo because of my father, because he always had a can of Popeye spinach on the fridge for some reason for like an entire childhood.
Nice.
True.
What about olive oil?
I don't think she made the can.
We're going to talk about her too, though.
Good.
And Bluto?
And Bluto.
Nice. That's my next dog's name.
It's poppin', it's wham, understand?
Did you know how long this song was?
So keep good behavior and go
No, I had no idea, actually.
with Popeye the Sailor Man.
There's probably some super racy stuff in there too that no one even noticed.
Popeye the Sailor
It's still going.
Man. I'm strong to the finish, 'cause I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Today, we're going to talk about the true history of Popeye the Sailor Man.
I kind of have always wondered.
Yeah, I really have never wondered, but I hope it's not dark.
So, have you guys seen that there's this famous Google image of this one eye closed, corncob piped sailor sitting on a boat?
Yeah, they used it in
This
SpongeBob.
famous image.
The one who does "Are You Ready, Kids"? Same image.
That's not Popeye.
Well,
Who is
Popeye's a
that?
cartoon.
Winky.
Popeye is based on a real man.
Oh.
And that man is not him. Although, oddly enough, looks just like the cartoon. But anyway, the real Popeye,
Love that guy.
Yeah.
Popeye's real name was Frank Rocky Fiegel. He was born in 1868
Good year.
How did I know that?
was a
in
good
Poland.
year.
He was a retired sailor contracted by Weebush's Tavern in the city of Chester, Illinois, to clean and maintain order. That was his job.
clean and maintain order.
He had a reputation of always being in fights, which is why he was named Popeye, because of his deformed eye from fighting. He always smoked his pipe. He only spoke on one side of his mouth, and he loved to be around children.
Ooh, uh-oh.
There is no accounting of his imaginary adventures, which boasts of the exploits of his physical strength, ensuring that he never lost a fight, though his face definitely says otherwise. The author of Popeye, Elsie Chrysler Seeger, was born in Chester, met Frank, and listened to stories for years and years as a child before they took him on as the character Popeye the Sailor Man. Olive oil was also real. Olive oil was actually Dora Pascal, owner of the grocery store in Chester. She was described as tall and thin, dressed just like Olive Oil in the show, and always kept in touch with Frank and always helped him with money.
So they had a thing.
They had a thing.
Popeye the prostitute.
It was never as romantic, you may say. But the lore of Popeye lived on. The funny thing is, Popeye was never ever supposed to be the main character of his story. So Popeye started out as a comic book character. The original comic books, the characters were Olive Oil, Castor Oil, the baby, and Ham Gravy. They were the leads of the show and became the feature characters of the show throughout the comics. They also had Wellington Wimpy and Eugene the Jeep. Popeye did not even come into being as a character, so I'll give you the full timeline here. So 1919, they debut the first Popeye comic based on this, but at the time, it is not called Popeye. It's called Olive Oil. And the character Popeye does not exist yet. The characters in the show are Olive Oil, Castor Oil, Ham Gravy in the comic book, right? In January of 1929, Castor Oil needed to find a mariner to navigate his ship to Dice Island. So he goes down to the docks and meets a man named Popeye. Popeye ends up helping in that role, and then from then on, basically steals the show. And from that date on, Popeye is in every other comic strip, then turned to cartoon and everything else, and Popeye got his name changed to be the lead of the show, and Popeye takes over as the lead character, becoming the romantic interest of Olive Oil. That's when we find Bluto, which is Popeye's nemesis, a different mariner who's out fishing.
Well, I'm realizing I don't know anything about Popeye.
Yeah.
Because there's a character named Ham Gravy.
There is a character named Ham Gravy.
That's a good dog name.
That is a great dog name.
Good baby name too.
Yeah.
So Rocky
Ham
Fiegel.
Gravy Armstrong.
That's our baby.
Yeah.
Ham Gravy.
That's in the D&D, though.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Not in real life.
I mean, unless you give birth to claymation hamburger crossbreed babies.
Let's not try.
Austin, I'm gonna have your baby whether you like it or not.
Oh man. At least it'll be like medium tall.
So like
No,
Austin.
they'll be tall and muscular.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like
What if they're
Austin.
short and skinny?
That's okay too.
Like Austin. Rocky lives with his mother in a house near Evergreen Cemetery.
Like Austin.
He worked part-time at George Gonzi's saloon. He consumed a couple of beers a day. He would take a chair outside, seat himself, tilt the chair back with a pipe in his mouth, proceed to take a nap in the sunshine. Sleeping Rocky became an amusing target for school children who would come by, who would creep near, yell loudly, and run. Rocky would awaken with a start out of his chair, arms flailing ready for a fight, but alas, there'd be no opponent. The children would be a block away at that time. The one child who didn't make it in time. Just kidding.
I was like, what?
Ooh, dark.
Yeah, dark.
In March of 1947, a Chester Herald Tribune, they had an obituary for Mr. Fiegel, who died in his home. He was 79 years old Popeye when he died. Turns out Popeye himself, or rather Rocky, the character who we now know as Popeye, did not even know that he was Popeye until the last few years of his life.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, 1938, 9 years before he died, Rocky learned that he was the inspiration for Popeye. Soon later, the comic strip creator died in a rocking chair with a pipe.
Really?
No.
I was like,
Rocky didn't know that he was making these comics the entire time.
yeah.
Rocky Fiegel was also never, ever a sailor. He did work on boats occasionally, but he never went out to sea and was afraid of water. That was turned out not to be true.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a Popeye the cartoon where he went on a boat either, though.
Oh, he definitely goes on a steamboat.
Oh, yeah. Toot, toot. Yeah. Lies.
Yeah.
All lies.
So that's what we learned today about
What about,
Popeye.
it said nothing about the anchor tattoo on each arm?
That was a sailor thing. He did not have one in real life, though.
Okay.
And his forearms were just...
Supposedly that is semi-true in real life. He had very, very big arms, but it was because he was carrying things all the time in the bar. Caves
Yeah.
and things
The
around
cartoon, though, he had these gigantic forearms and tiny little upper arms.
Yeah. That's
Tiny
the
little
tro-
upper arms.
That's like the joke.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cartoon, so it's a little bit exaggerated.
He looked like a rock climber.
Yeah, he looked like a rock climber.
Okay.
And he was strong to the finish because he did eat his spinach.
I believe it's Finnish.
You're right. I messed up that rhyme. It's Finnish. He's strong to the finish because he ate that spinach.
Yeah. They're like, how can we rhyme spinach with Finnish? Oh, change Finnish.
It was the very first start of rap music.
Yeah.
Turns out that started in the late 1800s.
Yeah. Oh, great. Well, Popeye. I'm still getting the tattoo then.
Yeah. No, nothing wrong with
Yeah.
Popeye. He
Do it.
loves children. He never caught one, but he did love them.
Okay. That could go very wrong. If we do further research, what if
Let's not.
Okay.
Let's just not.
Let's not.
Let's leave it there. He's long gone.
I'll get an olive oil tattoo.
Oh.
Yeah.
You want to be Bluto?
I guess I'll get a Bluto.
Or I'll get Bluto and you can get Popeye.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just get a
olive
can
oil.
of spinach.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah. Get the the Popeye spinach can tattooed. That would
Yeah.
be funny.
No, I'm just gonna get a watermelon with you.
I like it.
Love it.
Anyway,
Anywho,
Popeye. There he is.
there he is.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I learned
Rocky
so
Fiegel.
much about him. Rocky Fiegel.
Rocky Fiegel of Poland.
Maybe I should get a Popeye tattoo and in writing put Rocky Fiegel underneath.
I think you should get a Popeye tattoo, but it should be him doing the Rocky stance.
like this.
The fist up in the air.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should get a Popeye tattoo, but he has the gray hoodie on and he's running up steps.
I think you should get a Rocky. No, not Rocky. A Popeye tattoo. Like, you know how one eye is closed, but it's really going to be like the Terminator face. How one eye is closed. And you're like,
Oh, I love it.
no, that's ridiculous. Don't
that's-
do that.
no, that's not a
still
bad
doing
touch.
the Rocky fist. Let's pull them all together.
Yeah.
Let's pull
There's a
all the
whole
threads in.
mishmash
Yeah,
of
and the fist is going up as like a cyborg arm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then that'll be like what's it called when he's standing in the driveway? No, the other teen movie from the 80s.
You're talking about Breakfast Club?
Yeah, Breakfast Club
Yeah,
at the end.
yeah.
That's like that.
Don't you forget about me.
Don't.
Well, it sure sounds like it's the end of the episode, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got nothing left.
Okay, guys. Well, it's been.
It's been nice.
What was that?
Yeah, it sounds like something crying.
I don't know. That was spooky though.
Is the studio
I'm
haunted?
hoping it's not a chicken.
It's turning into fall spooky vibes.
Yeah, it's
coming
true.
up.
Christmas, Halloween.
man.
Christmas is super spooky.
Spookiest of the holidays.
Krampus is coming, folks.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to have to investigate this. And if we're back next week and hopefully not ghosts, then we'll see you on Featuring Jeff Copeland.
Oh, it's just Buster. He was outside again.
Hey guys, it's been a joy. I did want to mention, if I know the world's a little crazy right now and things are all up in the air, if you did want to support a good cause, we have one for you. We know the crisis in Afghanistan's a little bit nutty right now. There is a website, rescue.org, that's specifically sending money overseas to help get people out in need. So check it out if you can, rescue.org. Right on their main site, there's a big thing to help those Afghan refugees get out into a safe home. You guys stay safe out there. Thank you so much. This has been Featuring Jeff Goldblum. Wanted to end on a fun note there, so blew it.
Yeah, that's going to be a no for me, Doug.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
I think that one worked.
Yeah, that went okay.
All
It
right.
was pretty smooth. I mean,
Can we take are we still recording?
no, of course not. Not recording.
Yeah, no, I always turn it off right away at the end of the song.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's
Yeah, every single time.
Don't look at the big red light. Just speak your truth.
Don't touch the big red light either.
Just speak your truth.
Yeah.
speak my
your
truth.
Yeah.
Give away some secrets.
Yeah, let's hear it.
That's time.
Yeah. Well, this one time.
At band camp.
Ugh, I fucking hate that line.
On that note,
Bye.
bye.